Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Fultondale Wildcats head football coach Keon Handley, powered by CM Gridiron. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome to the show, Coach.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. So, wow, this past week, last Friday, had a heartbreaking loss to Dora, 34-33. Tell us a little bit about it.
First of all, Coach, I got to give Chavis all his props. He did a great job in preparing his kids.
Right.
He had those guys ready to play. Number 11, number 55, number 5, they were bell cows for him.
Okay.
He did get me. He came out first play of the game. We saw number 11 had the ball, the whole defense swarm. He threw a tight end pop right up the seam.
Oh, man.
And they got on the board first. Then we came right back and scored. So it was kind of a back and forth game for a minute. Got down to it. We get in 2-minute drill. We go down. We score.
Right.
We don't get the 2-point conversion to take the lead. We onside kick it, get a penalty, re-kick it, recover the onside.
Oh.
And we have 3 chances to get in the end zone.
Wow.
And on the last attempt, the young man goes up, catches the ball, but on his way down, he loses control of the ball.
Okay. Man.
And
that's heartbreaking. That's hard.
Yeah.
Hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is you've got an offense that put up 33 points. Tell us about the offensive performance.
Offensive performance, man, it was just all hands on deck. We played 2 quarterbacks.
Wow.
We played Brandon Woodall and we played Champion Rogers.
Yeah.
Both young men had packages. They did well with their time on the field. They managed the game very well. They didn't do anything outside of the spectrum that we needed them to do. Jonathan Smith stepped up big time. Jalen Fields stepped up big time in the run game. Jonathan, we've been waiting on him to have a breakout game at that tight end position, and he really, really stepped up. Michael Yafunda, he was just like a catching machine. He was catching now screens, catching crossers. He was just a matchup nightmare.
Nice.
And Elijah Hunter did a great job for us coming in. He's a guy that plays both ways for us.
Sure.
Offensively and defensively, and gave us a spark as well.
Nice. Well, you already know this, but I'm wondering how your team is dealing with the fact that there are 2 points difference, one last Friday and one from Good Hope, from being 4-1 versus 2-3. How do you help your team through that?
It's not easy because you're dealing with teenagers.
Right.
And in dealing with teenagers, you have to understand that they get discouraged just like you do.
Right.
But you have to be honest with them too.
Right.
And you have to tell them their shortcomings.
Yeah.
And right now, that's what I was in there talking to the guys about, some of the shortcomings.
Right.
And just giving them the ugly truth of where we are and what we need to do to sustain, get in these playoffs and make a run.
Right.
And, right now the goal is to finish 6-3. We know we got some tough opponents ahead of us.
Right.
And nobody's going to give us anything. So we know we got to go out and take everything that we want.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, how do you keep them motivated from here on out?
The biggest thing is, man, we just got to believe in the process and we got to keep working.
Right.
Right now at this point in the season, motivation has to come from them.
Right.
It has to be led by that senior class, whether they want their season to end early or they want to get in the playoffs and make a run.
That's a good point.
And so they got to stand on their own 2 feet as young men, because they're about to get ready to go into a world that's going to look at them as young men.
Right.
And they're going to expect them to be able to produce, provide, and protect.
Yes, absolutely. So you have a bye week this week. you're resting, you're mending, but beyond that, what are the things you're preparing for the second half of the season?
We're focusing on endurance and physicality.
Right.
I know people say you should rest. No, we finna get after it.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get after
Going
it.
to turn it up a little.
We're gonna turn it up a little bit.
Okay. Gotcha. So we'll be back to discuss next week's opponent right after this message.
PrepsNet Coach Speak is powered by CM Gridiron. CM Gridiron is your home of fan-focused Alabama high school football. From our weekly interactive Team of the Week and Offensive and Defensive Fan-Selected Player of the Week polls to the Alabama High School Stadium Tour, player profiles, Coach of the Week features, and live in-game scoreboards, CM Gridiron is the largest fan-driven digital platform in the state of Alabama. Your team, your voice, your vote, your game. CM Gridiron.
And we're back. Coach, you've got Hamilton coming in this coming week, or this next week, rather. They've played some pretty good football so far. What do you expect to see from them?
Man, they got a quarterback that I have deemed Johnny Manziel.
Oh, no.
He is an acrobat with the ball. He
Oh,
runs
my
around.
goodness.
He creates opportunities.
Yeah,
He find guys wide open. They run that spread offense to a T.
right.
They're
right.
running that spread offense to a T, and they throw it around. They do it. Their coach does a good job with the talent
Right.
and personnel that they have. They have some speedy, shifty guys. A lot of people don't know this, but Hamilton did win 4A in track last year.
Oh, wow.
They were the state
Okay.
champions last year, so
Okay.
they're pretty good.
So, Coach, this is the first time ever that Fultondale has met with Hamilton. First time ever. How do you prepare for a team you've never seen before, other than tape?
Just kind of getting a feel for what we see on tape,
Right.
and using my years of experience.
Yeah.
How we match up with teams like that.
Sure.
Finding things that we can expose, things that we do well,
Right.
and a few wrinkles here and there.
Right.
Maybe putting a little trick up my sleeve every now and then, just in case I need it. But I'm expecting it to be a physical game. Like this region, it has taken a toll on us.
Right.
Last year I thought the region we played in was pretty tough.
Right.
But the way these boys run the ball in this region, you have to physically be prepared every week.
Right. Well, you're right at the midpoint of the season. This week is the midpoint of the season. You got the whole back half of the season to go, and guess what? They're all region games.
They're all region games.
Every single one of them. You've got Hamilton, Haleyville, Cordova, and Curry left to go. How do you think you guys will do the rest of the way?
We're going to focus on 1 week at a time, and we're going
blame
to earn the right to go 1-0 each week. We got to earn it.
Yeah, I got you. Good deal. Well, that's our show, Coach. We appreciate your time, and we certainly appreciate you watching. Watch us again next week for another Fultondale version of Coach Speak.